Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from PLACUY. This is the PLACUY wireless doorbell camera with Chime. Now this is a full setup. You're going to get an indoor Chime for this, as well as the wireless doorbell camera. It's got an anti-theft siren, and it is a 2K Ultra HD in resolution in 4:3 aspect ratio, allowing you to see the full height of a person. So we're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that we get once we get it out of the box. We do get quite a few things to go over here. Let's start with the documentation. We do get a screw hole positioning card, and this is for mounting the actual doorbell, whether you're going to do this in wood or concrete. It comes with the tools to do that as well. So depending on where you're going to mount this, you can line that up with that sticker. You also get a sticker that lets people know that you are doing 24-hour video surveillance at your home or business. And we do get a quick start guide here for the PLACUY video doorbell. Now this is written in English. It's well laid out, and it's not micro print, so you're not going to need a magnifying glass to read this. Here is the product overview, and I'll leave this up at this point in the video in case I miss anything and you do want to come back to reference it. Now it is two-way audio, so you can speak to it and of course hear from the doorbell itself. Can detect moving objects up to 50 feet away, and it does have a microphone built in for capturing sound on your videos. Wi-Fi built in. It does take a micro SD card. If you wish to use that instead of cloud storage, you can do that as well. Also, it has a QR code here for Android and for iOS to get the app for the companion app for this as well. And it kind of shows you how to go through the app, add the camera, and so on. So you do have a lot of good information in here. Hold on to this just in case you need it. Now we do get a charge or data cable here. This is going to be a USB type A to USB type C, and this is going to be for the Chime. The Chime is going to be can be done in two different ways, and we'll get to that in just a second. This is also used to recharge the battery that's built in to the actual video doorbell. Now they don't give you an AC to USB adapter like I just showed you there, but you can use either a laptop or a USB on your PC to recharge it, or one that you already have. Now again, they give you three different batteries here. They're going to be AAA batteries, and this is for the Chime. We'll get into that in just a second, and I'll explain the battery situation as we go over each individual setup. Now we do have mounting hardware again for the back of the video doorbell, so you do get all of that here, so you don't have to worry about that. And they even give you a little tool here to either remove. One is a hex and one is a standard Phillips size, and I'll explain that in just a bit as well. Now the first thing I want to take a look at is the Chime portion of this. The video doorbell on the right, Chime on the left here. You've got a couple different things. You've got a speaker at the bottom. You do have two buttons. One on the left hand side changes the Chime, and the one on the right hand side will change the volume, and there are several levels of volume that you can go down. You do have a USB type C port in the top, and you can leave it wired in if you don't want to use batteries, but they do give you batteries as well. So you've got two different ways to utilize this. Either you can wire it in via USB type C, or you can put the three AAA batteries in it. If we take a look at the actual setup for the doorbell itself, you've got your doorbell ringer and power button at the bottom. You do have your PIR sensor, which will capture motion up to 50 feet away, and then of course your 2K HD camera at the top as well. So this is the design that we're going with this. You do have a speaker on the bottom, microphone built in for two-way speaking, and we also have a hex bolt at the back to release this camera so that you can take it in and charge it. Now the battery inside this camera can be charged via USB Type-C. which you'll see right here. And you also have a reset hole next to this, and it will last up to 3 months in between charges. So that means you're only going to be charging this thing probably maybe 4 times a year, so not that often. Now you do also have a slot here for a micro SD card. You can put that in for local storage. Again, when we release the hex bolt on the top, you can slide this backing off, and there's actually an anti-tamper setup on this as well that I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to get started with the Cloud Edge app, and this app is available for iOS and for Android. I happen to have it for Android right here, and you can see that we do have a couple different options for adding a device. We do have a plus button at the upper right-hand side and an add device button in the middle of the screen. You also can change the layout here from a list view, quad screen, and device settings. We're going to add a device real quickly, and we're going to just click on the plus button, add device, give it its permissions that it asks for here, and then we are going to be in the main setup. You can see on the left hand side that we have Smart Doorbell. That is what we're going to be looking for here. So we're going to hit Smart Doorbell and Smart Video Doorbell, and it's going to tell us to power on the device, which we have already done. So we're going to click Next here. Make sure that the flashing red light is there, and ours is, so we're going to click Next again. Asks you to reset the device, but since ours is already flashing red, we know we're good to go, so I'm not going to do that, but you can if you need to, and click Next. Now it's going to ask me for my 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi name and password so it can upload it to the camera. And when we click Next, it's going to give us a QR code that you scan with the camera. And now it's uploading that information that we inputted to the camera. You can see that it is now a solid blue color, and we are good to go. Now that we've got the app set up, let's take a look at the Chime real quick. You have a button on the left for volume, and on the right for changing the chime itself. Okay, so as you can see, we've got plenty of different Chime options. Now, when I click the button here, it's going to come up on my phone through the app, and it's also going to ring the chime as well. I can either answer the call, send a text message, or I can actually answer the call as well. Now, taking a look at the app here, it gives us our battery life, our time zone, our Wi-Fi signal, the name of the unit itself, whether we want to receive alert notifications through the app. We've got image settings here for night vision. If we do want that to be on, we can share the device. We've got location management. We've got sound settings for the microphone, recording your voice, the speaker, and the volume. Video encryption if we want to enable that. We do have a voice message that we can add as well as a voicemail so that we can send that off. And that is there as well. Now, it does have some AI features, but they are not enabled by default. You do have cloud storage space as well as being able to manage your battery, and also link this up to Google Home or Amazon Alexa. You can check for a new version, restart, or delete the device. Now let's take a look at the actual image quality here. Overall, I like to use Dr. Strange as my kind of target here for cameras indoors, and we're going to take a look real quickly. Okay, We can switch our resolutions. We can swipe right and left. So let's take a look. You can see we've got a nice sharp picture here. Overall, no problems whatsoever. When it first starts up, you can turn on motion detection, and then as soon as anything moves in front of the camera, you're going to be able to get alerts directly on the app. You can change it to full HD, which is 2K resolution here, and we can pinch to zoom, and you can see you get a nice crisp clean picture here as well when you pinch to zoom. So we can turn our volume on and off. That means the volume of the camera itself or the intercom, where we can hold that down and speak to the camera. So two-way communication here. We can take screenshots. They will be saved to your gallery. We can also record audio as well. We can change the sound of our voice to kind of a high-pitched sound, kind of a funny voice, or a lower-pitched voice as well. We can record videos. We do have that tamper alarm, so if somebody tries to take the camera, it will sound an alarm, and it will also do the siren as well. Now we have our album where all of our events will come in, and any screenshots or videos that we take. Again, a good picture here, no problems whatsoever. We also have a siren. Let's test that real quickly. Now that should scare off anybody that is maybe trying to take your camera or steal packages off your front porch or something like that. Now you can see here in landscape mode, we get a kind of a full screen. We can take screenshots. We can do all of the same functions here. We can take video. We can also speak to the camera with the microphone. And of course the speaker will allow us to hear what's coming from the camera as well. We can change from SD to full HD. As well as pinch to zoom. Again, good clear image here. I'll show a test video of what we just took as far as our video goes so that you can see that as well. Now the last thing that I do want to talk about here is that this does have night vision as well. So we do want to take a look at the night vision on this. We'll turn out all the lights. You'll be able to see that everything will switch over to that night vision. And this obviously, if you're going to use this as a front door camera, is something that's fairly important, having clarity during night vision. And you can see that this will work very, very well for its night vision. I don't have any problems with this. It's that typical black and white night vision that you get, and lights up your subjects quite nicely. Again, we can pinch to zoom in on subjects if we need to, but night vision works quite well on this unit. Okay, so that's my review of the PLACUY wireless doorbell camera with Chime. If you're looking for a wireless doorbell camera, you might want to check this one out. This one has a good solid app on it that has a nice high resolution picture in my testing, and a lot of features for you if you're looking for a wireless doorbell camera. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.